All right.
Welcome
I'm
back.
I'm sticking my knot in Aaron's marinara
Welcome
sauce.
back to Knights at the Round.
Oh.
Is it Knights of the Round Table or Knights at the Round Table? Knights at the Round Table. So, boys, what's on the agenda today?
That was really shitty marinara sauce.
Yeah, it kind of is shitty marinara sauce.
Yeah, so we don't really have an agenda despite my best efforts to try to make one.
Because we're a bunch of lazy assholes.
Yeah, we are.
But you
Kinda
already
lazy.
knew that, didn't you?
Are you guys still playing Pokemon? A little bit.
Is there a problem?
I mean, I guess.
So essentially, we're all sitting around.
I have no control.
We're sitting around drinking some Bapus, eating some pizza, some Bepis, Pepsi,
What the fuck are you talking about?
Bepsi. You never see that? Yeah, whatever.
Oh, he didn't run! He didn't run! Look at him! Oh, he scalded you.
Oh my God!
Oh,
You
oh, no burn! No burn! Sorry.
Alright.
If you're gonna scream, at least scream towards the mic. Yeah, alright, so we're playing Pokemon. Oh, he talked to you too. At least he can't get the burn. But we're playing Pokemon Showdown. And
We're a disgusting group of
It's
individuals,
fucking
I've realized.
wait, his Groudon, Aaron has his Groudon out, and he was fighting this guy who had his Almamala out. And
They're not gonna understand that.
Here's
Fuck
how
you.
you get to the first gym.
fine, I'll finish the story.
No, I'm just kidding. You can tell.
No, but he was playing like the timer was running out. I just turned and I started typing into his computer for the chat, and I was just like, "Don't run like my dad." Sad face.
And then he showed up immediately after that. He's like, "Oh shit."
He must have felt bad.
All right, so welcome back to Knights of the Round Table podcast, and Peter, start us off.
With what?
I don't know. Say your name.
My name's Peter.
All right, and yeah, so I'm
Hey,
with
Peter, why don't you start off by saying your name?
yeah,
Peter.
and who else do we have with us? You.
Peter.
Go.
I'm Jake.
All right,
Aaron.
and
How do
I'm.
you do?
All right, you're still good. No, you can finish. Go on. What were you gonna say?
I was finished.
No, say it again.
My name is Aaron. Howdy do.
He's
Yeah,
black?
this is Gabe. We already made that joke. God damn it. So I decided because all the things I ever bring to talk about somehow involve Drake Bell. I have more Drake Bell news.
Understandably.
I have more Drake Bell news. So this is your weekly Drake Bell update. So after he was finished whining about the Josh Peck incident on Twitter, a lot of people have been hyping who's gonna be playing various characters for the Batman movie that they're making.
Oh no.
And
Oh,
no, because there's a lot of speculation about what the story is going to be like, if they're going to involve Robin, Nightwing, other characters.
They'd better.
So a lot of actors have been showing interest in doing it. Like Tyrese Gibson has been like actors tease roles all the time. So Tyrese Gibson has been teasing like and joking around saying he actively like wants to play the Jon Stewart version of Green Lantern, who's the second African American human Green Lantern. And he's very prominent in a lot of more recent animated series and cartoons.
Jon Stewart's white.
Not the Jon Stewart Green Lantern.
Like,
No, and then
Comedy Central.
and then
Silence.
Armie Hammer has been kind of poking fun and teasing that maybe he might be doing something for Justice League or Green Lantern being the Hal Jordan version. And so there's been a lot of teasing and people poking around of who might play the different versions of Robins, like poking fun, the different versions of Robins or the Nightwing, stuff like that. And apparently Drake Bell keeps posting all these things that he might be playing.
he was the
Nightwing.
Dragonfly.
Yeah, he's the Dragonfly in a superhero movie. But he keeps...
never thought that it'd be so simple, but
that was actually
That was actually pretty
really
good.
good.
I found a way.
Found a way.
If you.
What song is that? I know that.
It's the Drake and Josh
Drake
theme
and
song.
Josh
Oh.
Theme song.
It's gonna take some time to realize.
I really like that weird.
Megan. There was also this whole internet craze about intercepted the.
Miranda Cosgrove
Fuck.
is a girl that we knew at school. Bleep that.
Did we? Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my
people's
God.
Names. Yeah. There's this whole thing that Megan like intercepted the wedding invitation. And
Yeah. That's fucking dumb.
That's so funny.
Oh yeah, I saw that meme. That was a good one. was a good memer.
First of
It was
all,
a good meme. If you were one of the people, so that's your weekly Drake fella. Who thought Megan she stole the I'm getting there. If you think she stole the invite, like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Smash the like button for more weekly Minecraft. Smash
something else. Or something else.
Pyro does not get
If you catch my drift.
Oh shit, you guys have a fucking mammoth swine.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I fucking love mammoth swine.
He's gonna shrug you.
Alright, they're just playing
He
Pokemon.
might, but he's probably got.
No, so Peter, you said you had a story to tell. What have you been up to?
Oh yeah, so I have an internship at a state's attorney's office, and I was talking
I hope they
to
never find this.
what?
I hope they never find this.
It's fine. I'm not being specific.
Lightning bolt.
But it wasn't like a specific. It was just like a. It was an interesting story because I work with like a lot of interns, and so one of them was telling me how there was a case recently where a guy was caught publicly masturbating on an MTA train, and so what happened was they actually weren't able to prosecute him because he was doing it under the pants, which doesn't fall under public indecency laws.
Hey,
Which literally means that you can just jerk off on a train underneath the pants and be like, oh, it's fine. Hey, here's my son. His name's Jake.
Weekly life
Like,
tip. Weekly life tip. You can jerk off in your
Like,
pants.
oh, would you like to meet my entire family? Oh, well, yes, I would. And it's like
I'm doing it as we speak.
I'm sorry. There needs to be a little bit of a mending going on in regards to that law. But yeah, that was kind of the gist of it.
the law to be jerked off by underage children? Oh man, that was bad.
God damn it.
Is it against the law
Only if they tell their parents.
to be gay for clouds? And then Mike Pence comes with the lightning. Is it against the law? I am the Senate. I am above the law.
I have no clue what we're doing.
Alright, we're gonna have to delete some of that. Anyway.
Peter, do a voice!
Anyway. I don't know, I can't think of one.
This is the Peter does a voice to save the podcast.
Podcast. I don't know.
Remember when I
Peter,
said that we
Peter,
should think of
talk like-
topics to
talk
talk
like
about before
Joe.
the podcast and no one listened to me?
Hey, Peter.
Alright, technically you didn't listen to yourself.
Peter.
So that's your fault.
Oh,
No,
it's Peter.
no,
My
I
name's
showed
Joe.
up with my Drake Bell thing.
Two different conversations.
I had my
going
Drake
on.
Bell weekly update.
That lasted not even 15
What?
minutes. I was going to say like 15 minutes, but like, that's
15
too long.
seconds.
That's like, Joe's too long. More like,
All right,
Oh,
I could talk
Say,
more
say.
about the
I have
Batman
something
movie coming up.
intellectual for you guys.
I'm thoroughly excited for that movie.
How big
No
do
one
you
else
think
is.
a butterfly needs to get in order to turn into a bird?
what?
What?
What? Run that by me one more time?
How big do you think that a butterfly needs to get, the size that it needs to achieve in order to become a full-on bird? Now answer this carefully,
Is the
because
bird
I'm
in the
going to give
hand
you
or
the
some
answer.
two in the
About
bush?
4.
Good answer.
Thank you.
We've officially lost our minds. And
Peter,
we've
Peter,
just
say
started.
Cusco.
Yes, go.
Cusco.
Yes, go.
Hey, Peter.
For anybody
can't do it,
listening,
but-
right after we stopped recording on the last episode, for everybody listening, we discovered that Peter has a larger multitude of voices than we thought originally. And we've just been making him say shit in
We
like
also-
the same 3 voices
we-
for a whole week
Oh.
since.
See, we also skinny dipped in the pool, and everybody else was rock hard, but I was kind of like, I was halfway. Because I wasn't sure.
Oh, it all looked flaccid.
I was confused. I wasn't sure what I wanted, you know. Just kidding, that didn't happen. Well, unless you want it to, then we could make it happen after this episode.
When did you get your first boner? Like, I feel like
I
this
had
is
boners
this
when I
is
was
what the
really
fuck-
young. I don't get.
Oh, yeah. I got them when I was younger. I just didn't know what the fuck they meant.
Yeah.
was
I
like,
actually remember
what the hell's
something.
But
happening?
I mean, like obviously, like when you could be like 2 and like your dick could twitch a little bit, and you're like, oh. But then, like, I mean, I'm talking the day where you woke up one morning and all of a sudden you're like,
when I
good morning!
When I was like 9 or 10, and I went to like, you know, when you go into Target, they have the pictures of the models,
Yeah.
and they're like pretty. When I was like 9 or like, I'm gonna say like 10 or 11. That's when I like would look at them and my dick would get hard and I'd be like, "What's happening?"
Because
Like, I like these women.
Because like I personally, I have like a general time frame, but I don't like remember when it was or what my reaction was.
It was April 1st, 1947.
I remember when I first
April 1st, 1947. I had a good cigar. I woke up. I was 11 years old smoking cigars. It was very common back then.
Did you smoke cigarettes when you were 9?
Woke up to see I had a far deviation from my
Yeah,
regularly
fuck you.
flaccid state.
Flaccid to erect in a moment's notice.
It sounds like an advertisement for a product.
Hey there! Oh God, I was really.
Knights of the Round Table, brought to you by Viagra.
Viagra. Viagra. Kyalis.
That's gonna take some time.
Kyalis.
We're stuck in my head.
We've lost our mind.
Give me
No,
some
do
of
you know
that
what I still stuck
Kyalis,
in my head
boy.
from earlier?
What? Alright, so I was thinking about
Why is everyone screaming?
I was thinking about things like Ted Bundy and the Columbine earlier this
Oh,
week.
that's cool.
And
You think about doing it, or you just saw it?
no, like,
There's a big difference.
like, don't you ever wonder how it would feel? No, I'm just kidding.
No, no, I don't.
All right, edit it out.
I only dream about it.
No, like
God
three of us
God
went to
damn it.
three of us went to the same high school. But Peter, I wonder, was there ever any kids at your school that like you were wondering like if like one day they'd ever like give you the text saying, "Hey, don't come to school tomorrow. You were always nice to me." Do you ever like expect that?
I've expected it from a few. Like there are some guys that.
I've expected it from 4 out of the people.
There's
at this table.
one kid at our school that I know you know who I'm talking about. They're not around anymore, but they I always thought that they were gonna. That's like, wow, this is really. We should cut this.
We've
This is
already
really dark.
crossed the line.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. We're being a bit real.
The red badge of courage.
God damn.
I'm not sure if I want
You-
to cut this or keep this.
No, we can keep it. I mean, we've said some bad jokes, but obviously we're
Let's
just talking.
Let's cut some offensive stuff that I've said. I'm just kidding. I didn't say it.
We're gonna cut the part where I thought someone was gonna shoot at my school because that's actually just bad taste.
Yeah.
Everybody has those thoughts. It's just the variation of the.
Did I guys ever tell you about like this? There was like at my high school we had this like there was like this one kid. He was really short. Well, he's about like I'd say like 5'4", 5'5", and he was extremely racist, like really racist, and like it just like I remember seeing him the first day of school and I didn't know like what he was all about. I just thought he was being bullied. And I was like, "Oh, dude, that sucks." Because I didn't know like what he was saying to them. Because later I found out.
All right, we have a parallel to this. We're not going to tell us on the podcast, but we'll tell you after the podcast.
Yeah. Later I found
We'll
out
keep some
he was
location
like
confidentiality, given the circumstances of it.
like later I found out he was like throwing out like wait what you think this is not good for confidentiality?
Ours has.
We have stuff.
We have a story
around
about it. It kind of parallels yours.
Okay. But like later I found out he was like throwing racial slurs around. I'm like, what the fuck do you expect? Like, you're going to get your ass. You're going to make people very upset. You're an asshole, first of all, and second of all, what the fuck do you actually expect?
Yeah.
Like fucking what even? Sorry, what was this? Leafy's here now.
Fucking what? Fucking 30-year-old man.
Fucking 30-year-old dude, like a fucking 30-year-old man.
I actually watched a Keemstar video the other day, and I kind of enjoyed it. Before I'm crucified.
Okay.
It was about the guy that's not famous at VidCon who was like, "I'm famous. You're ugly as fuck. Kill yourself. You should be crucified." That guy. You guys know what I'm talking about. I can't remember his name because he's so like
Not famous.
and so like he's like a nobody. He's a nothing. And he was on Keem's drama alert, and basically Keem just like chewed him out, and told him that what he did was fucked up, and I was like, oh god, this is coming from Keemstar. Like,
Keemstar
something's
has, like,
up.
No moral ground.
Well, exactly. Well, like, like something's fucked up when you start to agree with Keemstar, and I'm just like, oh fuck,
Yeah,
I don't
dude,
like
seriously, he's like such a morally inept man. Like, he has no fucking concept.
So real quick, back on the topic of school shootings.
Oh, great, we're back.
No,
Wham! Right around the circle.
no, I know a couple people who had a school shooting at their school, but like they never brought it up. They were never quiet. They didn't like bring it up. They didn't make it like a big deal. It was weird because like you think going through that experience would be really traumatic. But, like I talked to them and they're like,
I only lost like 2 friends.
No, and they're like,
Stop.
no, it was kind of like
God
that.
damn it.
No, I was talking
Guys,
to them.
cut this shit out.
No, it's fine. Just listen. They're kind of like, yeah, I mean, like, this person just came in, he was having a bad time.
Oh, I know
He
exactly
just
what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he just shot up
yeah.
the school. And then I ended up meeting, like, 2 other people who went to the same school, and they're like, yeah, this kid came in, and he shot it up one day. He apparently, I don't know how bullied he was, but apparently he had a really big problem with these kids, and he went and he sought him out. Like, I knew the kid, but we weren't, like, close or anything. And it's just weird. Like, it was all the generic stuff you hear, like, oh, I knew him, but he always seemed like a good person. Like, we were never that close. Like, I think he was bullied, but I didn't know, and it was kind of weird. It was kind of like that, but it's just a level of casualty and sincerity that I wasn't expecting. Like, in documentaries or, like, on television stuff, they portray it, like, super big, but the fact is, this kid was just really bullied. He didn't want to hurt himself, but he wanted to hurt the people who did it, I guess. So he just made a stupid decision, fucking came in, tried to light it up.
Did he kill himself?
I don't know. I don't know the details of if anyone died or if he himself died. I'd imagine if people got seriously injured or killed, that they would have been a bit more serious about it.
I know, like, a lot of it, like, combines and a lot of memes lately. But have you guys actually like seen this, like, the actual story?
Oh yeah, dude. I was just gonna bring up a
so
part of it.
There's a couple documentaries.
There's a part, like, there's this one part where, like, they shot some guy and, like, it might have hit their spine or something. They were like crawling on the floor and like calling for help. And one of them comes up to you and is just like, "I'll help you," and shoots him in the fucking
Yeah, dude.
That was like, I was like, "What the
fucked up one.
fuck?"
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember they talked about their personalities, and like the one actually had quite a few friends and wasn't exactly a social outcast, but I think it was Dylan, or what are their names? Dylan
something Kerbal,
Klebold, and like the other guy was Eric.
I think, yeah.
But anyway, one of them had he had a lot of friends. He wasn't a social outcast, but he actually like felt bad for his, Eric. I guess it's Eric. I can't remember.
Oh, I guess I'll shoot up the school with you.
So like they had like this relationship that was really weird. But like anyway, a really creepy part of that shooting was actually like where I think they were like in the library at one point. That was like where a lot of the major killing happened. I watched a documentary recently on
Yeah,
this.
I know. There's like 4 documentaries and
Yeah.
there's like footage from the event, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's like I personally haven't. I've been meaning to watch one of the documentaries because apparently it does really well. And I know if you watch a lot of variations on a documentary, you can kind of piece together what actually happened. It's like reading a bunch of bullshit news stories. Eventually, you're gonna get the facts from a few of them.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna talk to a direct source.
News.
Fake news. So like,
Columbine never happened. Okay, sorry.
Sea bears are real from Fake Science Monday.
But I wanted to say though, like, so there was a part where they go into the library, right? One of the guys hiding under the chairs, because they all hid under the chairs and like everywhere. One of the guys knew Dylan, and so like he was friends with him. So at one point, he's near a person who gets shot. Then he thinks, well, maybe if I just talk to him, maybe he would like calm down.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Hey, Dylan, what's up, man?" Like in a really calm voice. He was really scared. He was
I'd
like,
be scared shitless. That's fucked. Yeah.
But he'd be like, "Hey, man, what's up?" And he's like, "What are you doing?" And Dylan's like, "Oh, just killing people." It's the most fucked up, it was so casual and psychopathic. It was just like, I'm just killing people.
Like there are times where I really want to hurt people, but I don't think I've ever been to the line where like I could visualize myself like killing another human. Like that's just
and it's fucked.
That
dude.
just that takes.
Did he kill me?
That takes
like,
a
just
lot.
killing people.
No, he said, "Are you gonna kill me?" And he's like, "Just get out of here and run. Like, I'm not gonna kill you. Just get out." So he actually let him live. Because he liked him.
Because he treated him like a person.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, the bully... See, people don't realize, though, that wasn't all because of bullying. It was because they were also kind of had mental problems. Like
they were sick.
They weren't exactly social outcasts like they were portrayed in the beginning. They actually had a lot of friends. But the problem was, like, they had these really sociopathic, especially the one had like a really sociopathic kind of tendency. Like he had like these like delusions of like grandeur, as they call it in the mental health community.
Yeah.
But like he was
I
very
took a psychology class once too.
grandeur.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
There you go, biology.
I remember that one.
Welcome to
God, this is
podcast,
too
Aaron.
Okay,
Thanks.
this is too goddamn serious.
As great as Columbine is.
I mean, no, it makes good conversation.
Oh God, I sounded like autopilot. I didn't mean that. Like I was just like joking.
Like he meant as great as a conversational
Guys,
topic
we need
it
to
is.
cut
It's a
some
bit
shit
dark.
out of here.
No, we good.
No, we're
We
good.
know there will be stuff cut out.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a nice cut like the last time, but
I'm gonna cut the cheese. Just kidding.
don't. If you're gonna say something,
I might.
I'm just gonna give a precursor. I'm just gonna give a precursor to the audience and to you guys just before we continue. A lot of the stuff you say that you think needs to be cut doesn't, because just because we're going on the air, we perceive the jokes as being a lot worse than some of them are. And we have a disclaimer in the description. I'm gonna say it now for anyone who's made it through the first 2 episodes and still wants to listen.
Through a school shooting.
Because there's the petition. Because there's a petition. There's a probability that a lot of the jokes and stories we tell could get a lot worse. We could cover funny topics that are insensitive, but we could also cover serious topics that people might have experience with. Just the stuff we say, we're here just to entertain you guys. A lot of the stuff we say is either a joke or an act. Like, we're not really super offensive. Like, we don't care what the fuck people do with their own lives.
Yeah.
Frankly, we say that shit is jokes just because if you can't laugh at it, it's gonna keep happening. If you take it too seriously, it's not gonna get better. It's just gonna become more serious.
That might have been like the most intelligent thing I've ever heard you say.
No, because I'm serious. My policy is I don't give a fuck what other people do with their lives as long as it doesn't inhibit the way I live my life.
I have another school shooting story.
So just don't take anything we say seriously. Some of the stuff you say we're gonna cut. Like if we say a really offensive word or you're incredibly not comfortable with it being on, like I'll cut it. But a lot of the stuff we have, like that stuff, it was serious and kind of dark,
not
but
that
it
we
was
say
good topic.
offensive words. We don't.
Gabe said the N-word last week.
Okay, cut that out.
No, they already know I said the N-word.
What? No, that's even worse.
Gabe, do it.
No,
Do it,
I'm not gonna
pussy.
do it. No,
Did you? I thought you said
it was an accident.
All right. We're
Okay, we
audio,
can cut
but
this whole part out.
I have another.
Peter, you say that, but we don't.
I have another school shooting story.
Peter's like future plans are flashing before his eyes.
Yeah, you're not gonna be a lawyer, but
Real quick, sorry, just before we
my
move
story's
topic.
been cut off so much. I'm telling it right
No,
fucking now.
it's
Shut
this
the fuck up.
This is just a closure before we switch topic.
It's not switching topics. It's still about school shooting.
This is gonna be really interesting later down the line if we keep up with this podcast because we're all doing such different career paths that like we'll have so many interesting stories and viewpoints like later on. I feel like we can always talk about tits, Peter. But I'm saying I feel like our conversations are gonna get a lot more in depth. All right, Jake, I'm sorry. Go on.
We need to be serious too. Come on, this supposed to be a joking around. Crack open a few cold ones,
Exactly.
boys.
Exactly.
With
the boys. Back on
Alright.
school shootings. Oh my god.
Right, drag the mood down.
No. I go to the Berklee College of Music, but this past one of the big old memes that we have at our school. Oh my god, please. But one of the big old memes we have is that big old memes, like UC Berkeley's the more popular Berkeley, and so like it was like every time someone misspells Berkeley, take a shot. Yeah, but there are the riots at UC Berkeley kind of recently, and then my
for what?
I don't know. Then,
somebody was speaking there and apparently didn't like them, so decided, well.
But then my school posted a picture on Instagram of like someone playing a bass guitar, and someone in the comments was just like, these riots are like really fucking bad. Like you guys are rowdy, and like they're just like, if someone were to just take out like a AR-15 and just start like spraying into the crowd, like it wouldn't be that big of a loss. Like I'm not making you guys any promises or anything, but like no one would really care if you guys are gone. You guys don't deserve to live anyway. It was like that, and like we were at Berklee College of Music, not UC Berkeley, so we were like, dude, wrong school. Like I think like a couple people like linked them to UC Berkeley, and it was pretty fucking fun. Obviously, this person's sick, and I really hope that they've been apprehended by the police because that is you don't even joke about that, especially we joke about like you don't threaten to shoot up a fucking school. even if if you want to shoot up a fucking school, get fucking help. But still.
I was gonna say on the other side of that, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Antifa. It's basically an acronym for anti-fascists. They're extreme, far left, social movement, and essentially, recently, they were actually colluding on online forums when the Berkeley incident was happening, and they were saying things like, "Well, how can we? What's the best way to fight fascist cops or whatever?" It's well, with guns, and it was so ironic because they're talking about how they can get guns into the campus on a forum. Yet they're supposed to be extremely liberal and progressive, and are talking about how the gun laws are too strict.
I think it's more of a circle than they think.
It's not right. They're too strict for them to get guns.
It's not right or left. It's where are you on the circle?
I know it was creepy because it was like. And I'm not saying myself, I'm a moderate, I'm not but I'm just saying it was very ironic because it doesn't align with liberal and progressive values that, put forth ideas like a gun control and laws that go along with that. It was just something that was so ironic because they're talking, man, fucking California's gun laws are too strict. There's no way we could sneak in guns. And I'm like, you guys are idiots. You're not even on the spectrum of the political spectrum anymore. You're fucking gone.
Fuck, I was putting my foot in the
But that's the thing, you had too far to either side. It just goes full circle. Which is,
One of the things about the police force that you mentioned was I can't remember what county it was. I'll try to remember and mention it next week. But there was a really nice an article and this whole thing about one of the these 3 counties police force they had a particularly high shooting rate and they realized that once you have the ability to discharge your firearm once you've done it in service and you've
that's what I say when I come discharge my firearm.
Open discharge. Gotta reload.
Give me a minute.
But how there's the whole kind of stigma where once you've hurt someone or once you've killed someone or once you've done something an easier way, it's that much easier for you to get into the mentality of I can do this again and it doesn't really matter, or it kind of you become desensitized to it.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't say necessarily cops waking up in the morning
today I'm gonna shoot a man.
Most cops, obviously, there are bad and crooked cops, but I'm talking most cops aren't I'm gonna fucking kill some people, dude. Fuck yeah!
The best criminals make the best cops, and the best cops make the best criminals. It's because they know how the other side of the system works.
Yeah, there you go.
So
that makes sense.
But these counties basically, I think it was 2 or 3 of them, they came together and they're like, all right, we understand that there's been an unreasonably high amount of police brutality, violence, unnecessary firearm discharge, and a lot of times because the situations have been. It's a lot of time. No, it's a lot of time because the situations had been seriously escalated. So what they started doing was they started providing management and therapy services for officers who have been exposed to violent trauma while on the field, have taken lives or discharged firearms on the field. They've kind of gone to the psychology of how they're doing, how the event affected them, and they made all of their officers reattend a police academy and expanded and added new lessons for reflex control, situation management, stress control, and de-escalating violent situations. They basically made it so you can use your gun as a threat, but you are not to use it until the absolute last resort.
If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna literally paint the fucking walls.
Yeah, and so they had cam of a officer who had gone through it, and they showed how he used his firearm when the situation escalated, but then he moved over to his taser and ended up using a long distance taser instead, and then apprehending him without using any vulgar slants. He basically just recited the things he had to say, tried to calm the guy down, pulled his firearm when the situation looked violent. The guy backed down, and then he moved back down to the taser, and then apprehended him with just a pair of handcuffs after he'd already been tased. and was like, it was like a really interesting thing to see, because most of the time you just see the dash cam footage on the cars of them shooting people or yelling at people on the side of the street, all these things. But this person actually had like, he showed a very good sign of integrity. Like, he carried himself with respect. He de-escalated the situation as best he could. And he apprehended him without any violence. He didn't hit the guy. He didn't do anything. The worst he did was tase him with a light voltage from a distance, and then handcuff him and put him in the back of the cruiser.
Well, I think also though, going along with that, in terms of de-escalating situations, people should also know that when you're getting pulled over by a police officer, you should never do several things when they come up to your window.
Don't reach into your bag for your gun.
Yes.
Oh man,
that's why I keep mine in my glove box.
By the way, I've been getting arrested
you should always tell them where your license or your registration is located before you go and grab it. Don't
it's in my bag.
Don't really reach towards your waist unless you're telling them I have my license in my wallet. Let me get it. Or I actually keep my wallet on right in that I'll have a center console. I just keep it there when I drive. But also, telling them if it's in the glove. All right, everybody's fucking registration's in the glove compartment. There's no way around.
It's always in the glove compartment, the overhead.
Yeah,
thing.
the visor.
Unless you keep it like in your wallet or book, in which case it's either in the center console, the glove compartment, or the overhead thing over the driver's seat. I've never seen it anywhere else.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody carry it in their wallet.
Yeah.
I carry my draft card around in case I'm getting pulled over.
I carry my registration and my chain wallet next to my firearm.
Your chain wallet with your camo ass fucking truck.
Dude, fucking chain wallets. If you're not responsible enough to not lose your wallet, you're not responsible enough to have money that you could spend in the first place.
It's about
a rat tail. Money. Basically, I just imagine a person with a chain wallet also having a rat tail. You know what I'm talking about?
They probably look like a rat tail.
Like the little long
yeah.
Like that. That's what I imagine. Like really smelly. Like only bathe like 3 times a week. Or 2.
So Peter, do you ever judge people based on their appearance?
What?
Aaron and I are
Don't
still
we all?
alive. We're just playing Pokemon.
Don't we all?
Do we not all? They got a little too real given how the news has been going recently.
All right.
And that's how the news goes.
Well, let's just edit out that part. No big deal.
This is Peter. Edit that out.
I mean, it's kind. The thing is though, it's kind of like a pause here. So it's like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Kind of like wasted space.
It's kind of like
there's plenty of shit to talk about lately.
Let's talk about something fun. Let's talk about.
Oh, I have a good school shooting joke.
Oh, that.
All right, cool.
That's. I don't know how much edge I can add to this anymore.
Dude, Jake, it's a joke. Just throw it out.
I don't have a joke.
Oh, you? God,
I'm
fuck
just
you.
bringing it back around town.
What's the worst part about telling your parents you're playing soccer? It's also telling them you're gay. Oh!
Yo, what's the hardest part?
Got him! Alright.
What's the hardest part about watching a kid get hit by a car?
What?
My dick. This is the We Tell Jokes podcast now.
Ew. You're like fucking Michael Scott.
Yeah.
What do you do?
The singer for Architects.
Like, who's he reacting to? I forget that scene where he's like, it's like Toby or something. Like Toby did something. He's like,
Toby Maguire. Spider-Man.
The guy who plays Toby is the only person not verified on Twitter out of the entire Office cast.
Oh, that's sad. Did he help produce the show?
I think so.
Yeah, he's like the producer, like the main producer.
Toby Funderson. Oh god,
I love fucking Office.
Rainn Wilson does a really good job in some of the stuff he's in. I saw there was this movie on Netflix I saw recently, which was like a murder mystery, but it was told in reverse. So it was the events over a week, but it started on like Saturday and then went to Friday, then Thursday, and Rainn Wilson's one of the main guys in it. Yeah.
What's it called?
I think it's called Shimmer Lake. I believe it's something Lake.
Wasn't there like one where he was a superhero?
Maybe.
And like there was like a weird part where like this. Oh god, what is that chick's name? She's so hot. Oh my god, there's like a part where like he teams up, like you know how like he's like becomes super. I forget the name, but he becomes a superhero. He like fights crime and shit. I guess like his wife is like trapped. Like some people take his like wife.
A trap. All right, sorry. That's my. I have to interrupt at least once every story.
Aaron, nice of you to join us.
His wife like is like.
Who are you?
Kidnapped.
Okay, never mind. You're still playing Pokemon.
I mean, I'm still listening.
His
Yeah,
wife.
and I'm chiming in.
His wife.
Our audience is yours.
His wife gets.
What audience? I'll still make that joke.
I was waiting for that.
His wife gets kidnapped. And he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta find her." But then like this like girl in like her early 20s, like this woman in her early 20s, is like, "Oh, I'll help you out." Like she ends up like trying to have sex with him. He's like, "No, get off me! I have a wife."
I think I know what movie you're talking about.
She's so hot.
I'm gonna look it up to see if.
God,
it's
what is
right.
her name? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Ray. You got a lot of subscribers. You're doing good, I guess. All right. You and your pathetic ass life.
Speaking of YouTubers, God, what's that one guy's name? I used to unironically watch him in middle school, and now
Yep.
I
It is.
myself,
It is the movie I was thinking of. I'll talk about it after you. The thing with
Yeah.
Rand Wilson.
like,
What was it? Shane Dawson.
no, not Shane Dawson. Close. Onision. I can't believe I used to watch.
Fuck Onision, dude.
What was? Didn't he do some like body positive thing to have young girls post pictures of their bodies on like
Yeah, that
Tumblr?
was so stupid.
He's such a
Here's Onision if he listened to our podcast. Yeah,
If
guys,
anyone listens
sitting
to
around a circle and making dick jokes doesn't make you cool. It just makes you secretly a closeted gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, but like that's like fucking Onision in a nutshell. And he just like goes
Dude.
like this, and he's crazy,
You
dude.
used to get your dick so fucking wet for Onision, and then all of a sudden one day you came
That
up
was
to me
in
and
middle
you're like,
school.
yeah, but then one day you came up to me and you're like, I'm so sorry, this is fucking shit.
Guys, Anthony left.
That
Smosh.
that never happened. Gabe's really fabricating that one. That did not happen.
No, where you one day you were just like, yeah, Onision's
One day I
like gone downhill, and I realized it's crap, and you don't watch it anymore because I was like, oh, like what's
That might
Onision
have
up to?
happened. I remember he used to back when I was watching. This is gonna like date
You're right,
like how
time.
young I was. Fuck off. It was back when he was doing those like collaborations with what was the guy's name? It was like Vincent Sear. Do you remember that guy?
Yep, I do remember.
And,
I do remember Sear.
Yeah, he would collaborate with him. That was
God, I'm
Man.
disgusting.
I was like seventh grade or something, and I don't know, like
Emo girls like him.
because he
So,
talks
like,
about
Jake and I in
Blackville
middle
Brides.
school?
Alone at last we can sin and fight. I've lost all faith in. Okay, I'm done. But yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Running up to. Okay, sorry, I was gonna sing something else.
But like yeah, there's no like. I mean, he's just a fucking creep. Like honestly, what content did he have when we watched?
What did he have?
Time's
when
up.
he
The sandal has spoken.
All right, next story.
All right, so the movie with Rainn Wilson.
Are we seriously like?
Oh yeah.
Are we glossing
We can't
over
give
the?
it-
we
can't give up-
shit.
We can't give Onision too much time.
We can't
Otherwise he'll appear if you say his name too much.
I'm gonna rate these-
Onision.
I'm gonna rate these boys based on their appearance. Oh yeah, I can't see them because it's a podcast. And I'm retarded.
Real talk though, if Onision ever wanted to be a guest, we'd let him, right?
Fuck
I
no.
don't want to be diddled.
Wait, that happens now?
Maybe if he's bent over.
Alright, I'm sorry, Onision, if you're one of our subscribers.
I'm your biggest fan.
Hey,
I'm your only fan.
dude, Anthony left Smosh. Just saying.
Oh, that did happen.
That did happen.
That was kind of like sad.
What's
man.
the
Did you see
detail
the
behind
video?
that? I did not see the video,
So
but what's the detail
The
behind it?
video is alright. So he's like pissed off because Smosh has.
Anthony left Smosh and Josh left Drake and the world is falling apart!
The thing is, I stopped watching Smosh in like 2012.
I stopped watching Smosh when I hit puberty and realized I could be an adult.
You're right. That is usually when people stop watching Smosh. But
They were like charmingly crappy when I
Why did
first
he
started
leave? Can
watching
someone
them.
explain?
Yeah,
well,
sorry,
he left.
go on.
He left because apparently he's like, yeah, dude, I started this out like making videos with my best friend, but it just turned into something corporate. It's no longer like he feels like basically he just said he feels like his creativity is being stunted. Like everything has to go through a filter. for the Smosh name, the Smosh brand. He was talking about.
Basically, he wants to say like cunt and faggot on camera.
It used to be. Well, I don't think it's just that, because I think like the older videos actually were better. Were much.
That's
were
what I
well
said.
written.
That's what I was saying, where they had like kind of like a weird, crappy charm to them.
Yeah, but they
where
were
they
better
weren't the
written.
best quality, but like you could tell that they were having fun.
They had this
Yeah,
one
and it was
joke.
spontaneous, and it wasn't. It wasn't exactly as.
Oh, they did a collaboration with "I Set My Friends on Fire," which is a pretty.
Oh
cool
yeah,
idea.
I saw that. Sex Ed Rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yep. Anyway, but
high school.
he's just getting like he's just tired of it. He doesn't want to do it anymore, and he's still friends with Ian, but it's like that portion of their friendship where they really had a connection going with those videos. It's like he misses that.
Like
They
it was
actually
their
had-
it
they
was
did-
their thing with occasionally some of their friends.
Yeah,
Back in the Onision days.
Now he's like, there's so many like it's just. He was talking about how that one fateful day, because I don't know if you guys remember, they had a video where they actually went to like LA for a day, because like apparently they were having a business meeting with somebody.
Yeah.
Who that would eventually help like spur them into even
It
greater
was
stardom.
where they started getting like big
Yeah.
sponsorship and funding. Like,
Yeah.
It's where they started becoming more of Smosh as a business name and less as like just guys doing YouTube
a
videos.
sensation.
Because it's when they started making big money, so people wanted to invest and be like, "Listen, here's what we think you can do."
Yeah, exactly, and I think that was just a reason why he was kind of just done with it. But yeah, that's Anthony leaving Smosh. I feel like we're taking this down a serious road. The second
Hey, I
episode.
mean, it's giving us stuff to talk
Yeah,
about.
so
All right,
sophomore
Jake,
slump.
what were you gonna say?
Oh no, like there was
what
like
did you say?
sophomore slump.
Wait, are you referencing a song?
No.
Oh,
It's just a thing that happens.
Yeah, it's the thing that happens.
Where one day you're a freshman and you're
Yeah,
full of joy and
sophomore
kid,
slump.
and then the next day you're a
No, but
sophomore and you
that
want to just shoot up
saying
the
is-
school.
Wait, I'm talking about
The
Smosh.
Alright,
song
go.
name's based off
But
that.
back in middle school, so like it was back because like Smosh was just speak louder. Yeah, back in middle school when like Smosh and Onision were like the shit. They actually did have like a little bit of witty humor. Like I'm trying to remember the one joke. I forgot what video it was. But like he was talking about like calling something on his BlackBerry. It was like, "Hey Barry," and a black guy walked out. And I was like, "Oh, that's fucking funny."
Hey Barry! Hey Barry! It's like, let me call my.
He's like, I checked my BlackBerry. He holds up his phone, then he just turns and goes,
Fuck.
"Hey Barry!" And Barry just goes, "What?"
Yeah, no, I don't know if that's.
Oh,
They asked him a
Osama!
question. They were at like a restaurant or something.
They
Remember
must have.
Osama's first Christmas.
It was one of the old.
Osama bin Laden.
It was one of like
yeah,
the history
dude.
videos they
Oh,
made.
you
They
didn't
made
see
like these
that?
joke George Washington
Oh,
history
yeah,
videos, and it was in
yeah.
I think like the second one. And he had his slave Barry.
They weren't that bad. Ian Hecox and Markiplier Wahlberg was on. They were both on the H3 podcast. recently.
Mark Wahlberg was on the H3.
No, I call him Markiplier. Markiplier
Oh.
Wahlberg.
Okay, I got really excited. I was like, "Holy shit, Mark Wahlberg!"
No, they didn't
Wahlberg.
have
I was like, Ethan.
You say Wahlburger?
Wahlberg.
That's a place near my school. That Mark Wahlberg's parents own that. Yeah, it's a place near my school.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it's
I just said Wahlberg randomly.
It's next to. It's called Wahlburger. It's next to the Target on Fenway. Actually, it's on Boylston Street, but it's next to Fenway Park.
That's fucking weird. Hey
Oh, I
guys,
think I broke my
Peter
fingers.
here, sitting far away from the mic because he's a lazy fuck that doesn't want to come any closer. You just remember to brush your teeth every night, or you could get cancer.
That's the one you can joke.
Yeah.
Tooth cancer. Right? Is that a thing?
No. Okay, so Peter, going back on that note, the superhero movie with Rainn Wilson is called Super. And it's by James Gunn, the same guy who made the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Who's the chick?
And it's his lesser known R-rated superhero movie, and I have the page pulled up. The actress in it's Ellen Page.
Ellen
Yeah.
Page.
It's Ellen Page. It was from 2010,
What a babe.
and it's after his wife falls under the influence of a drug dealer, an everyday guy with extraordinary determination decides to try to win her back and give his life purpose by becoming a average street superhero in his neighborhood.
There's some like serious in that movie.
He
there's some
basically-
serious
average
gore.
street superhero.
Yeah, like he's basically just average. I'm pretty sure he just goes around with red spandex underwear and like a wrench or something.
Yeah,
and
he just bashes people's
yeah,
heads
and then
in.
he finds the organization that the drug dealer like uses, and the people who push for him on the street. He basically just beats the shit out of them with a wrench.
He looked fucking. That movie was great.
Yeah, and then his sidekick has like some weird obsession with him.
Oh yeah, like she has like a really big sexual
Yeah.
sexually charged.
Was it because I think she was like a former drug addict and like abused by her father or something, so she sees him and has like some weird daddy fetish or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I think they end up fucking like twice or something really weird.
Did they end up doing it?
I don't know. I think they did.
I don't think
It's it got really shittily rated, but I've seen it once and it was really good.
It was okay, I guess. I mean, I just remember bits and pieces.
Because I mean, it wasn't made to be like a big blockbuster superhero film. It was meant to be like a gritty, emotional film, and it was really well done. I would actually love for us all to watch it one night and do like an analyzation, like an analytics breakdown.
Yeah, people want to hear our
podcast of
fucking
it.
opinions on a movie.
I mean, I'd do movie opinions. I mean, I've taken some film classes.
So if
I've
but the thing is,
criticized lots of movies.
they would want to hear your opinion then, but not ours.
Well, I mean, just in a general viewpoint of opinions.
Kono
Okay.
Katachi, great fucking movie. A deaf girl. And it made me
The
hurt.
Shape of Voice.
Something like that. It was like
That's the
the
Shape of Voice.
silent voice or something.
Oh
no,
my
it's the
God.
It's the Shape of
No,
Voice.
I think it's silent voice.
No, put it up on the credits in English.
Guys, you
It's
know
the
what
Shape
just
of
made
Voice.
me really
it's that-
hard?
That was one. I think it's called
What?
Silent Voice.
Do you want to know what made me really erect right now?
What?
Well, actually, strike that from the record. I was just
it's called
thinking
The
about.
Silent Voice.
Okay, it's not the content of it. I was saying like the movie. This movie that I just thought of was like it's awesome. Like it's really cool. But I forget the name of it. But it's actually based on a true story about a Korean man who during World War II served on 3 different fronts. He was captured. He was taken prisoner by the Japanese because Japan had conquered the Korean Peninsula at the time. He was forced to fight in the Japanese Imperial Army, escaped, somehow made it into a Siberian gulag because he was captured prisoner by the Soviets. Then he fought for the Soviets because they forced all the POWs to fight.
Right.
Then he somehow escaped and fought for the Wehrmacht. And then the Americans found him. They realized, oh, this guy's not Japanese because we're racist and we think anybody who's Asian is Japanese. But they're like, oh wow, he's not. He's Korean.
We still think anyone
Let's
Asian
bring
is
him home.
Japanese.
And so like it was like this really, but like the movie instead of one man, it's 2 brothers, and like they get separated. But they end up like fighting on all these dudes. It is. Oh, that movie. That's like one of the best war movies that I've ever seen. I cannot fucking remember.
Do you know what my favorite movie about 2 brothers is?
Brother Bear.
I was gonna say 2 brothers about these baby tigers, and one gets raised in captivity and one gets raised in the wild, and then they end up having to like fight in an arena for like some entertainment or whatever.
My favorite are still Brother Bear and Brother Bear 2.
Two Brothers is a great movie.
There's a
I
2.
didn't know there was a 2.
I hope you guys remember. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about when I say Brother Bear. That one really under the radar, right? You remember.
You're good.
Only
I like
90s.
Pepsi.
Only late 90s kids will remember these.
Oh god. Oh god.
Early.
Do you know what's a really fucked up show?
Hey, Arnold.
Well,
I love
I was
Arnold.
like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Dude, I love Courage.
I love Courage too, but it was fucked
It
up.
was really fucked up.
It was
like
fucked
really
up the
dark comedy.
wazoo.
Yeah, it was dark comedy.
Fucked up the wazoo.
I
It
love
was
Hey
fucked
Arnold.
up
Dude, I've been
the wazoo.
rewatching Hey Arnold on Hulu, dude.
Football head. That's the only joke I remember. Actually,
love
the
that.
episode with ghosts used to scare the shit out of me.
Oh,
No.
foot cramp. God damn it. Why do I keep getting foot cramp?
There was this
Continue.
episode of Hey Arnold where Helga, that was her name, right? It was Helga or
Helga,
Olga?
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Olga or something?
Helga.
Helga?
Her sister was Olga.
Okay.
I remember the character.
Their parents only liked one of them.
So they're
Olga.
at one point she hugs the picture of Arnold and she goes, "Oh Arnold, you make my womanhood tingle." And everyone was like,
no.
"Yeah,
That
yeah,
was not
yes,
a scene.
yes!" And everyone was like, "What did you?"
Fuck no.
Yeah, and
My
people-
clitoris is
And
stimulated.
people went back and they're like, "What?"
Engage sexual arousal.
Actually, the episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog when there's the face in the basement used to scare the shit out of me too.
Yeah, dude. Half the episodes of Courage scared the shit out
There
of me.
was
He's the
one-
reason I didn't sleep.
Dude, there was one episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog where you know like they're in the middle of this nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. Eustace and Muriel. But like, so like, there was like a part
But they're
where like
not courage.
courage goes outside, dude. And there's like this weird, like, so you know, how, like most of it's like that kind of like 2D like animation style, like cell
And
animation.
it's a weird 3D
There
animated
was like this
puppet head thing.
3D thing waving around.
The blue demon
Yeah.
fetus thing, and he just goes, "You are nothing," and it ends
Fuck.
the show. Wasn't that was like the very end of the show? Like that was the last moment of the last episode. He goes outside and that thing's there, and he just says like, "You are nothing" or something, and then the show ends.
Fuck?
And the show ends.
Adventure Time. Anybody remember
I remember Adventure Time.
Adventure Time. That was creepy too.
I like Adventure
Bender and Jake the dog are voiced by the same guy, and it makes my life.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's so
Bender,
funny.
Bender Rodriguez. Yeah, boy. Mexican.
I'm 40% Mexican. Bender jokes.
Bender. I can't do this.
Hey, it's me, Bender. I can't do it. Mine was pathetic.
Can you do a calculon?
Like,
From all my circuits?
oh my God!
What?
Hold on. I
Calculon.
forget what his voice sounds like. Though. Is that kind of like a
I can't do it. It's kind of I actually I don't think any of us would be able to pull it off. I know
Do you know-
Peter, you're great with voices, but that's a hard one.
Do you know what I really loved about Futurama? Everything, yeah.
What?
I'm saying like they had a couple jokes that really got to me. One of my favorite ones though is when they're on the robot planet. It's one of the I think it's
It's the
episode.
second episode.
It's when they're on the full robot planet, and they're Leela and Fry are trying to disguise themselves as robots. And in the one robot guy stumbles
You're
across
leaking.
Fry when he's peeing,
Yeah.
and he notices, and he goes to scream, but he does the point, and then his mouth slowly opens. He goes beep, and then it's just like the windows like crashing sound for the scream. So it's like he just points, and with like a freeze frame, it just goes. And it holds that for like a little too long, and then Lilo just goes, "Run!"
No, it was after he sneezes. He sneezes. That was it. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's peeing, and then he asks.
yeah.
He
And they
needs some
stump, and he
serum hot.
notices he's
Yeah.
One of the best characters was the
I
professor, though, dude.
I died.
What?
Yeah.
I died.
No, Futurama
Like, he was
fucking nailed their humor by the end. I don't know how they kept getting canceled,
Fry.
but by the end of their run, like the last few seasons, their humor was on fucking point.
Speaking of Matt Groening shows, The Simpsons been fucking on for forever. The whole reason that The Simpsons are yellow and they use so much blue, orange, and pink as the main colors is because when the show initially debuted, he thought the best joke of the show would be for people to think that their TV set's colors were off or that there was something wrong with the frequency.
Oh, really?
So they did some of the broadcasting like advertising for regular color, or they didn't show imagery for it. They just built up the hype, and then when the thing fully released, a lot of people were just like, because it was back then where the color was all janky for the frequency.
Yeah.
And so like they had everything be really fuzzy and have it be those colors, so people would be like, they'd go to their TV and just be like, "Wait, what the fuck is wrong with the color?"
It looks like something.
And then people realized, oh shit, no, it's just colored that way, and they just kept it for all this time.
That's funny. That's cool. I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, he was a clever guy.
Someone draw Bart Simpson with normal like Caucasian skin tone, but like with his gross fucking like.
Keep his hair flesh colored.
No, actually make his hair normal colored. I wanna see an art.
I think they're supposed to be like blonde because. Yeah.
Because they're yellow.
Yeah, no, because their hair goes straight into their head, so it has like the yellow tint, and then and yeah.
Can I bring up something about music?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, my friend and I yesterday we went down to the city.
All right, next topic. No. Sorry, go on.
Went down to the city and visited a record store down there, man. And they had a fucking. I should have bought it. I'm so retarded.
Stop taking.
But I didn't have the money. An original 1967 copy of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band on vinyl, and I didn't buy it.
Well, I'll have you know that I have.
And I would have fucking buy it.
I have a somewhere in the '90s released Queen's Greatest Hits album. I don't know if you knew this, Peter, but upstairs I have a record player and a bunch of old vinyl. Yeah.
That's amazing.
My dad has a fucking.
I have like
collection.
3 Steve Martin shows on vinyl.
Really?
Yeah, from live performances.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be real.
that's great.
I only have one record. No, I have 2 records, and like my dad has like this giant record collection of everything from the '60s through the late '80s. Like
I keep forgetting
He's
his
got-
dad is like a lot older than he appears.
yeah, he looks young.
Like your dad looks like he could like still go to high school and break my back.
But
he probably could.
He has
What?
he has like old stuff. Like he has Queen. He has the Who. He has a bunch of old shit. And then like, but if you ever like go
Hit my
through the
top just
record,
dances.
if you ever go through my
He's
record
got, like,
collection, it's all my dad's shit. Then there are 2 of my records, which are huge fucking outliers. Which I have My Chemical Romance's first album. I brought you my bullets. I brought you my bullets. You brought me your love. I have that on vinyl. It's a good album.
Thank you for the Venom is a great song, and it's grown on me so much as the more I
And
listen
that's
to it.
their second album.
I know, but
but,
I'm just saying that song
That's a
stands
fucking
out.
good song. Yeah, but and then I also have Dance Gavin Dance's Mothership, which is probably one of my favorite albums ever because it's amazing, and I worship Dance Gavin Dance so much, and I would start sacrificing chickens to them. But
I've already started.
yeah, but the world doesn't deserve Dance Gavin Dance and their ability to put out at least 1 album per year, and their ability to somehow make That's What I Like by Bruno Mars, which is always already a fucking masterpiece, sound better to me. Which, oh my god, opinion, a cover sounds better than the original. It's just my opinion because I just like hardcore, but I fucking love that cover so much. Tillian Pearson's voice is like fucking butter. He's a fucking angel. I love
I
him.
have my pride and joy of my vinyl collection is I have an Aha album that doesn't have Take on Me on it.
Oh wow!
So
look at
I
you,
play it, and everybody's like I know this band, but I don't know what it is. And
Why
but
do I
it's,
think Rick Astley's Aha? Why do I always think
I don't know, but like everybody, so I play it, and people are always like, "What the fuck is this?" Like I know the band, I know this, but they can never place what the band is or where they recognize it from.
It's Rick Astley.
And so no, but it's the
Filthy
Cry Wolf.
Frank.
It's the Cry Wolf album. I don't know how much you listen to Aha.
I mean, I don't really listen to that much.
Cry Wolf. I don't know. Oh, by the way, the Queen Greatest Hits album has the Flash Gordon theme song on it.
That was Queen.
Yeah, that was Queen.
Flash.
You know,
but no, so I like that one a lot.
shit.
All right, one of the things I think is weird is songs that are put on vinyl now. I mean, I get that like people do it because they like the classic rustic feel, and like they like the static and they like the static and just the resonation that comes from like a vinyl record. Oh, it's Pepsi.
I knocked it over.
It's Pepsi.
Oh.
But like I get that appeal to it, but something about putting all these new songs on vinyl when not that many people buy them on vinyl kind of takes the charm away from records being like the old fashioned, like the raw sound that a lot of people try to get from them. Because it's just the same produced thing. It's just it has that effect added in just because it's coming off of vinyl.
Well, I can bring up a few things because I'm big into music, and when it comes to you learn this. You ever take like an Elements in History Rock music class, which I love, and I fucking absolutely love that class. You learn that. Sorry, audiophiles. I know you guys love to jerk off about your favorite turntables and sound systems, but basically the human ear cannot discern the actual physical difference between a vinyl and the actual sound. I'm talking about the actual music itself. It cannot discern the difference between a vinyl and a CD.
It's the ambiance.
The only
of
thing,
it. It's
the only thing
nothing
you
more
can
than that.
discern is that it cracks and it pops. The music itself,
Sounds
you cannot actually physically. You do not have the ability to, because when you copy vinyl onto a CD, it does. A CD is not as it's more linear and like the digital rings around it. I don't know if you ever noticed like on the CD, that's where all the data is stored.
Yeah,
and so essentially the way it kind of copies. So imagine like a smooth line. A CD would be a dotted line, but like the space between the dots is really small. But essentially, it's like making a digitized copy of that smooth line, which is the vinyl. it's taking that smooth line, copying it in a dotted pattern, but it still sounds the same. It's the gaps you can't discern because there are gaps kind of in the in a CD when you play. There are like small little tiny microscopic like digital gaps in the actual playing of the song. There's no way you can really discern. I mean, but people like it because of the ambiance around it and the pops and the crackles, and I like it too. I mean, I got some.
It's just I feel like it just kind of takes a lot of the charm and kind of point out of it. People are like, oh well, I only listen to vinyl because like it's so hipster. It's like, well, I listen to things on vinyl because that's the only method of listening to those like specific songs or recordings of that song that
go to
I
YouTube.
can.
Well, the thing is, like,
okay, YouTube too, but I'm saying like when I just want to have it displayed.
Why did I say poor fuck? You need to be like, you need to have money to have a vinyl.
I have a huge CD collection.
I just have I guess I just have a weird like. I'm gonna sound very like hipster and mainstream just because it's become very
hipster and mainstream. That was the.
All right, because hear me out, because everyone's like, oh, you're so hipster, but now hipsters in a way kind of become the mainstream. Like as a millennial generation, we've become kind of hipster. Like hipster is mainstream for millennials.
That's so mainstream.
Hipster is Hipster is mainstream for millennials. Like you can't deny that.
Are we talking about millennials now?
I guess.
Are we talking about millennials?
You get where I'm coming from, though, Aaron?
I guess, but like,
because everybody has started to develop this sort of hipster millennial mentality to the point where it's become.
Well, how do you define hipster? I'm curious.
Glasses, the flat front shorts that rise slightly above the knee.
Me in high school.
I'm not talking about hipster as an appearance. I'm talking about hipster or millennials as a mentality. Like, a lot of times people are like, oh, they have this appreciation for old thing, or, oh, they're kind of carving their own path, and everyone's like, oh, that's so hipster. But now it's at the point where everybody is using hipster as such a frequent term, or everybody's pushing.
I haven't heard the term hipster used in, like, 3 years.
I hear the words hipster and millennial each at least 10 times a day.
Maybe it's like
I just hear it fucking everywhere.
Yet. Like, I mean, not in Boston. Maybe it's like dead in Boston, but like still lit as fuck.
But I mean, like, but for here in Maryland, I hear it like everywhere.
I was just talking about like what I think is kind of what pisses me off is the fact that there are people. All right, and I'm not trying to act like one of those angry like those kids on YouTube like, oh, I hate the music of my generation.
Like Sonic, like Sonic, like Sonic, like Sonic, like Sonic!
I only like the old music. Like, I like old and new music, but the thing is...
I like seeing the progression of old to new music.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, the thing is, when you listen to, like 90s or even, like, classic rock bands, like, some of my favorite bands are, like, Led Zeppelin, Nirvana, and, Black Sabbath.
Grateful Dead. I love
Grateful Dead's... yeah. I'm starting to listen to them a little more. I can't say I'm, like, a deadhead, but I'm giving them more
Friend of the Devil.
I like Ocean's 8 a lot.
Yes, Friend of the Devil, boy.
It gets me. And Scarlet Begonias, they did it really nice.
Moving down the line.
Sublime's cover of Scarlet Begonias was also really fucking good.
Oh yeah, fucking Sublime, dude. Or some Green Day. Fucking love Green Day, man.
See, I listen to like a little bit of everything though.
But,
because the way I see it personally, I like the structure of a song. Like, for instance, there's some Taylor Swift I absolutely love.
Haunted is a good fucking song.
People are like, oh, you like Taylor Swift? That's gross. But like 4 years ago, people would be like, oh, you like Taylor Swift? Like, yeah, she has good music. Like, the transition from her doing like country to more...
I would never say what she did was country. Though.
But it was kind of like a weird, like, soft country rock type thing, and now it's like a weird, like... I guess quote unquote mainstream like pop rock type thing.
Not pop rock.
Some of her songs a little bit. It's weird, but like it's just saying stuff like, well, I may prefer some of her older stuff.
Taylor Swift is beautiful.
I like some of her new songs as well. But people are like, oh, so you're a Taylor Swift fan? It's like, well, she's gotten popular and she has some good songs. So she's she's a good. This is the way I'm just using her as an example, but like it's the idea, the mentality of the fact that she's on the radio and people listen to her voice and the songs she writes, like she clearly has musical talent. That doesn't mean that her music is for me or I like all of her songs. Just because I can appreciate a Taylor Swift song, then I go right to the other side and I'm listening to a fucking Slipknot song like next. Like it's just, it's like I like the songs, I like the song structure and like just uniqueness of it. Like for me, I don't really have favorite bands or favorite songs because it varies based on every song they make. I don't follow artists. I follow songs that I personally like the sound and structure of.
I follow artists and albums very methodically.
Oh yeah, same.
In my
yeah,
mind.
yeah,
Like,
that's same.
I just can't do it.
Like,
You know, I have a rant about something that no one in this fucking room and probably a handful of people in like the fucking, at least the entire fucking county would even understand. It's a band called Ocean's 8 Alaska.
You've been showing me them.
Yeah.
So I kind
I
of
fucking love Ocean's 8 Alaska. They're like really, like, I would say like they're kind of borderline deathcore, but like they're more metalcore, but they're like really fucking heavy. And they had this one singer, I can't remember his name, but the old singer had this like he had this like really obvious British accent in his singing voice. But, like, it wasn't like Roy Reynolds from Enter Shikari. Like, it was like kind of, it was like really thick and like really like Nottingham kind of voice, where it was kind of like stereotypical, like you're making fun of English people accents. Which I don't mean that in a mean way. Like, I love the English accent because why not? Everyone does. Who gives a shit? It was like that. It's like that though. It's like that. So like he'd sing like,
little boy.
yeah, he'd sing like, pick me up off the floorboards, and I'm like, oh god, and like, which I like. Floorboards is a great song, but like, then they got he left for whatever reason. They got this new singer who has like the most brutal voice ever. And I fucking love this guy. And then like,
But his cleans are so much better.
His cleans are so much better. And I see the comments and like they're all just like.
You tweeted about it next.
Yeah,
I looked up the comparison, and I agree.
Well, this like everyone's just like, this is shit compared to the old guy, and I was like, the old guy's name is James, the new guy's name is Jake, like me. But like everyone's just like, this is shit compared to James. I'm like, what the fuck? I think his voice is so much better. I love it. Like maybe like people like the kind of Nottingham accent that he had, but
it sounded like the most racistly English cartoon character.
Exactly.
It didn't sound like it would be a
Oh,
person's natural voice.
My favorite.
Oh, I was taking a shit in Kmart and I heard someone who legitimately sounded like Zoidberg. Like their regular voice was Zoidberg or Futurama. They were on the phone in the bathroom and they fucking sounded exactly like it. I was dying. I would have said I'd nearly shit myself, but like it was,
my
it was too
name
late.
is not Slick. It's Zoidberg.
My
John fucking Zoidberg.
That was a great fucking moment.
Was.
But no. One of my
like
favorite
the Three Stooges.
One of my favorite accents one of my favorite English accents in music though is Roy Reynolds from Enter Shikari. Just because like he sounds so fucking South London. It is great. Like, you know, like the beginning of Gandhi Make Gandhi is like, oh, I don't know about you, man.
Oh, I don't know about you.
Oh my god,
Right.
his voice is so fucking South London, but I love it. It's like Kingsman, but a band.
Kingsman 2, I'm excited for that movie.
Well, I was gonna say one of my favorite English accents in music is Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols. You guys ever listen to some fucking Johnny Rotten? Fuck this and fuck that! Fucking on a fucker, fucking brat! She don't want a baby that looks like that! I don't want a baby that looks like that! Bully! That's like weird shit. I'm not no animal! Alright, yeah, that was funny. I don't know what he doesn't get. You guys ever listen to like Nevermind the Bollocks? Here's the Sex Pistols, like the album. It's like the only album they ever released. They had like fucking the song Holidays in the Sun. It's like the first song on the album where you have the sound of soldiers marching. The song's about the Berlin Wall. And he's like, I want to go over the wall. I don't understand this thing at all. And he's like doing this whole fucking spoken word part. He like goes like fucking insane.
I don't know about you, but I don't think I'm primary.
Holiday in the sun. Do you know what my problem with Gandhi Make Gandhi is?
Fucking love Sex
Right?
Pistols.
Yeah, fuck off. You know what my problem with that song is, Jake?
What?
So there's this one part where the riff and the vocals are so nice. I was like, why don't you just make that the song?
I know. Now, if we keep them silent, then they'll resort to violence, and that's how we criminalize change. Oh, yeah, but
I'm like, no! This
Oh,
isn't
dude,
the Flintstones.
I'm pretty sure they had the bass player sing on that part too, because they have him sing too. Chris Bain. I love Enter Shikari actually. Like they followed me on Twitter once too, and I was like, because I tweeted a meme at them.
Dude, I was seriously.
Now, if we keep them silent,
Punk, like I'm so like fucking. Absolutely love some punk rock, man. And like the Sex Pistols was high school for me, man. and like Green Day and the Clash, man. I was fucking listening to the shit out of that. But the Sex Pistols were really fucking.
Green
like,
Day will
on
always
the
hold a
edge.
special place in my heart. I don't
Hell yeah.
follow them that much recently, but
I'm gonna be real. I'm
there's
like
some jammers I have.
I'm the cancer. Or no, not the cancer. Like I'm like scene cancer. Like I like Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens. But I love.
I was jamming to Madness by Sleeping with Sirens earlier.
Which one?
Madness by Sleeping with
Madness.
Sirens.
That's an okay song.
It's so nice.
I like their older shit. They have a new album coming out, and like apparently it's gonna be like really fucking good. But I fucking love old Sleeping with Sirens the most.
Because weren't you kind of disappointed in their most recent album?
I'm more disappointed in Feel. This is gonna be a little bit of a talk about Sleeping with Sirens. I'm wearing my Sleeping with Sirens shirts right now. But
I did notice that.
I loved what's the first one called? With Ears to See and Eyes to Hear. Great fucking album. It was like classic like post-hardcore. The things were like, and it was fucking amazing. And same with their second album, Let's Cheer to This. All amazing. I love it. And I still jam to it all the time. But then Feel came out, and Feel is just a disappointment. Like they had a departure from their old sound, and it was a step into the mainstream because people were loving them. And I totally get that. It was a good musical decision. But then with the release of their fourth album, Madness, they started with the single Kick Me. And I fucking love that song. I still love that song. And I think it's one of the best songs they've released. And I fucking love it. I jammed to it all the time. And their second single off the album was We Like It Loud, which is also another fucking banger. So I was like, oh my god, this album's going to be just like their first album. It's going to be so good. Then they released it, and it was a lot more of Feel. It was like, it wasn't really, I wouldn't even call it like, it was disappointing, obviously. They had a few good songs off of it. But I'm hoping that with this next one, it's a step back towards where they kind of came from. And I love Kellen Quinn's voice. And like as a music student, he's a very big inspiration to me. And like it definitely kind of sucks to see their music stray off into a path. Which like obviously, if they can write whatever they want to write, like it's their stuff, and like obviously some fans are gonna be disappointed like with whatever they put out, and like I've been a little disappointed. I still love them. I still love them as a band. Whenever they come around, I love to see them. And yeah, that's my Sleeping with Sirens talk. Sorry, that was really boring.
See, one of my concerns with people who jump really big based on album to album is you have to remember, while you know a lot of times as you grow up or as you listen to more artists, your music like interest and style changes.
Yes.
One of the things I don't think a lot of people realize is the people writing the music are the same way. Like their style changes as well. So while they want to please their fans, if they do too much of the same thing, then their fans are going to be like, all right, like we've heard the same shit before. Or like maybe they like a new style of music and they're like, hey, we want to try this out, see how it goes. Like as long as we enjoy it and we're having fun playing it, and then like and we stay true to our sound, like our fans will still like it even if it's not for everyone. I think it's really impressive the type of bands that can start one way and then as their fans' interests change or as just like the general population of music changes, they can follow through with it. Like Maroon 5, I'm one of those people who's very big fans of old Maroon 5, like just kind of like the very soft rock, but now they're very like very like generic pop, very radio stuff you hear on the radio type stuff, and like every now and then they have a good song. The rest of it, I'm just kind of like, all right, Maroon 5, you do your thing. But the way they've transitioned so smoothly and stayed on the radio for that many years, always like having something to show when the music style changes. Well, even though I don't like it, I think it's incredibly impressive.
That's like sort of like how I am with Bring Me the Horizon, where I love them back in like their deathcore phase, like that. I love it. Love all that shit. I jammed them. I used to make out with Medusa in my car all the time. Good fucking song. And then like I love their new shit too. With like Doomed is a fucking banger. I was jamming to that today. And
I used to make out with Medusa. Popped up on the phone thing and took one look at it and went no, because I was on skip duty.
Yeah, no, I skipped it because I didn't think you'd want to hear it because that one's like really fucking like heavy.
Yeah,
that's like that was the song that defined my last breakup. I think because it was a hard breakup.
Being able to feel with music does really well.
Yeah, dude, some Rage Against the Machine.
That and
my brief high school girlfriend, like who's a bitch, like broke up with me. I'm like, fuck this, and I put on like some Rage. And I put on what was the song? Fistful of Steel. You guys ever like a fistful of steel? He's like fucking like silence. Something about silence makes me sick, and he's like fucking going into it.
Is it Attila?
I fucking love that
yo,
shit.
I stay sick.
Wait, what was that?
Do you know Attila?
I've heard of a little
Yeah,
bit.
they're okay.
Oh shit!
My favorite
That's
breakup
basically it.
song is. Do you know A Day to Remember at all?
Yes.
I fucking love. Do you know the song "You Be Tails, I'll Be Sonic"? That is
Gotta go fast.
that is my favorite fucking breakup song ever. Because like it just starts off with like this like guitar chug with like it's like you're just like, when's he gonna come in? He's just like, and it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good. I love it. I love Jeremy McKinn. Jeremy McKinn, I love you.
I think if I've had any really good breakup songs.
I've had some good songs like
So long, bitch, you did me so wrong. I don't wanna go. Kim's okay.
I have something to say.
Yeah.
I think one of the most underrated like pop punk bands that I would highly recommend listening to is Saves the Day. Especially mostly their early stuff. Their later stuff kind of shitty, but their early stuff was amazing. But the singer Chris Connolly, he is probably one of the most fucking poetic. Has one of the most poetic minds I've ever heard. Because these songs are about like this guy is fucking like he is heartbroken. Like every fucking song is about like some songs are about like positive things, but some of the songs that he writes about like fucking heartbreak are seriously.
Do you know? I do have a good breakup
beautiful.
song.
I mean, like they're like he's like there's like fucking like there was like one song where he talks about like I don't even know how to explain it, but like essentially. He does like good descriptive stuff, like where he describes like a mood or a scene, like he remembers with the girl and he attaches that. Like there was like this one song. I had to show you. It's just indescribable. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I'm pretty sure everybody here has heard this song, but one of my favorite songs that really gets me it's the song "Like a Stone" by Audioslave.
Mm-hmm.
Where like the whole thing is essentially like he really he worked hard for this girl and he had her for a while and then he lost her. And it's at the point where he starts contemplating his own death, and he starts singing like at the point where it's like, oh, when he dies, all he wants to be is just like in her house because he knows he can't be there anymore. Like he wants to be there waiting for her to die and meet with him. Like just the lyrics and just the chorus, it's just it gets me every time. Like when it kind of sunk in what that meant, like that song hit me like really hard. I was like, oh, like I feel your pain, buddy. Like I get where you're coming from.
You know, I just remembered a song by Saves the Day that actually is a good example of like heartbreak, like the perfect, just poetic song about heartbreak. Like he starts the chorus is pretty good. It's like it's kind of like I don't know why I'm getting like nervous right now because I like music a lot, but I don't want to come off as being like this weird nerd.
Dude, no one gives a shit. We're all dorks and geeks.
But
literally,
like,
we're just here to shoot the shit.
I literally go to
I
music school.
actually am kind of get meta for a second here. I'm actually really happy with this episode so far because we've been talking for almost as long as the first episode. We've been talking for this is gonna timestamp it for if we cut things, but we've been talking for about an hour and 18 minutes, which is the final cut length of the one that's released right now, and we're still like full conversation. And while this episode wasn't as like jokey as the last one, we actually got like some good.
I want a jokey episode though. I stole a jokey episode.
You act like we're never gonna make a joke again. You act like you just opened your MacBook box and it had coal in it on Christmas morning.
Maths for squares.
God damn it!
I have something to add to like the just like songs that fuck you up. I like really obscure like post-hardcore and shit like that. There's a band called La Dispute. Yeah, they're kind of like spoken word post-hardcore.
Ooh, that sounds.
And they have a song called King Park about a gang shooting that happened, and they shot a kid.
Yep, I do know this one.
Oh God, it fucks me up. I love that song, and oh God, I can't believe I forgot about it for a while. I'm probably gonna listen to it after this. I'll show you Peter because I think you'll like it.
Yeah, sure, dude.
But that song fucks me up. It's so good though. If anyone listening, like if you like kind of like hardcore, or if you like a song that has like serious meaning or anything like that, King Park by La Dispute is a good song. And also, just, you know, when holiday season comes around, La Dispute puts up their entire discography. That's a weird word. Discography up on Bandcamp for free, so you can download all their music for free around the holiday season. Which, I mean, that's great, but I kind of want to pay them because they're really good musicians. Oh, whoops, I was mumbling. I kind of want to pay them because they're really good musicians. And
speaking of paying, we have a Redbubble. Link in the description.
If
you want to buy it, if you want, no.
I remember the lyrics.
I need to continue my shitty stuff.
Welcome to the Redbubble podcast.
Do you want to hear these lyrics?
Yeah, and then I'll do my
because
little
they're fucking pretty deep. So it starts out, it's like, let me take this awkward saw and rub it against your thighs. Cut some flesh away, and I'll carry this piece of you with me.
That's kind of fucked.
I know, dude. It's like really fucking weird. But it's like so deep, man. It's like it's like love and pain.
It's like I like the song.
Like pain.
I really like Ice Nine Kills. And
I've just listened a little bit.
I fucking love Ice Nine Kills. There is this one fucking song they have called "The Greatest Story Ever Told." It's fucking great. I love that song so much. But sorry, I'm talking a lot about music. We all are. But like everyone always thinks like it's such a romantic song about a guy who wants to avenge the killing of his girlfriend or a wife or something. But the story is about a guy whose girlfriend tries to break up with him, so he kills her, then makes up a fake serial killer, but then actually believes someone killed her.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
weird psychosis thing.
Yeah, I fucking love that song. It's good. Ice Nine Kills is amazing.
While we're going about the lyrics for Like a Stone, the chorus part where he's talking about like when he dies, all he wants to do is like be in a house and wait for her to come with her. But yeah, it's like
I love Audio Slave, dude. I was surprised they stopped so early. They didn't really make that many albums, you know. They kind of stopped early.
Yeah.
I'm talking this before Chris died, but like
he died really recently.
Dude, Tom Morello, his fucking guitar.
We had lunch the day he died.
Yeah,
like
dude,
the day after, and we talked
with
about
Chris
this.
Cornell.
No, Peter and I had lunch
because I was talking about my favorite Soundgarden albums, like Bad Motor Finger. And you know, like the Self-Entitled and Ultra Mega OK.
We did not kill him. We talked about this the day like after he died. Like he died really early in the morning, and we just got in the news, and we were eating lunch, and we talked about it.
One of my
because he was a big influence to both of us.
Oh yeah, dude. One of my favorite songs off of Bad Motor Finger is called Rusty Cage, and that song is a perfect crossroads between grunge and like 70s style hard rock. Like there's like. That is one of the most, like, that's a song about struggle, because it talks about breaking free. Like, he's like, I'm gonna break my rusty cage and run. It's like, dang.
I love the song Can't Change Me, about when he realizes that this girl has, like, so much potential, but he can't be what she needs him to be, so
are you talking about...
Can't Change Me.
Audio Slave still, or are we on Soundgarden?
I think we're on Soundgarden.
Okay.
Sometimes I get the songs messed up. But I think the one where it's like, she's going to change the world. Mm-hmm. She's going to change the world. But she can't change me.
I think we got it.
Or Full on Kevin's Mom.
Change me.
Full on Kevin's Mom, a song by Soundgarden off the album Ultra Mega OK.
Jake, you were showing me the other day. Blink-182 has some really funny like bonus tracks on their albums.
Oh, dude, hell yeah!
Wanna fuck a dog
in the ass. I wanna fuck a fucking dog in the ass. Dude, I love Blink-182, man. Except California.
Oh, fuck off, cunt.
Dude, California.
I wanna see some naked dudes. Smile, build this pool. I love that song. Build this pool.
Also, dude, no offense, but if you've seen like them play live now, what's the guy who plays Tom DeLonge? I always forget his name. He's from Alkaline Trio. Fucking God, what's his name?
Google. His name is Google. Google Yahoo.
Matt Skiba.
Yeah.
He can't even fucking play the songs on guitar. There was like they were playing a live show, man, and he was trying to play What's My Age Again. He fucked it up.
I love
that
song.
Like, he was like, it looked like it's high school talent show
bullshit.
Like, he was like fucking it up. I was like, come on, Matt.
I really like not really. I don't really like him that much. All Time Low.
I like all
their
I'm
early stuff.
Their early stuff's great.
Really
I'm not too big of a fan of them anymore because their stuff's kind of meh. Last Young Renegade.
Their stuff is very predictable in my opinion.
But yeah, now it's got
Future Hearts and Last Young Renegade are both pretty disappointing albums, but they're fucking funny though. I've seen them live a few times, twice maybe, and they their thing. Oh shit! What was I even talking about?
I got a song.
Oh yeah, Jack Barricat, their guitar player. Sometimes I think sometimes his guitar's not even plugged in, but he is always sometimes he'll try to sing along with the song too, but he's just howling like a fucking ape. But he's really funny. I really like him, and I think it's just a joke at this point. But they're fucking entertaining live. I don't really like their music anymore, but they're fucking entertaining as hell. And if I ever get the chance to see them live again,
I met Alex Gaskar's fucking dad.
Oh yeah, they're from Towson.
Yeah, dude. He lived in the neighborhood over. I never knew him, obviously, and I never
You met Alex? What were you just hey?
He was dude, I'm Alex Gaskar's dad. I was at because I work at a country club. Yeah. So I was a buster, and I was just walking around. He was really drunk. He's all time low. I'm that guy's dad.
That's
awesome. Dude, that's cool. All right.
No,
nice.
I went to the mother's house of the lead singer of the band OAR. If you know them, because my stepdad went to middle school and high school with the band OAR, and they ended up making it pretty big. And so his parents, some of the parents of the band, still live in the area, and my stepdad is still sort of in touch with them. They don't talk super often, but every now and then.
He's convinced a song is about him. I say revolution.
Yeah, he thinks that he was name dropped in a song because of a period of time when they used to hang out near when the song was written. Yeah. So for my birthday one year, my parents took me to an OAR concert, and it was because it was happening on my birthday, and I got a poster with my birth date for the concert on it, and happy birthday and signature from the whole band. And then I think it was a little before or after the concert, I don't really remember, but they tried to get in touch with them to see them, but they had to move on to another show because they were on tour and they were only locally for a little bit. So instead of meeting him, we got to go to the parents' house for the lead singer and hang out with his parents and talk to them, and that was pretty cool for a while. And yeah, she was super. We talked to the mom mostly. She was super proud of her son, as most famous moms tend to be. And it was just nice to see the people behind the band.
Just because we're talking about music and shit, I feel this isn't I wouldn't call this a plug, but I feel I could talk about the things that I'm doing with music right now.
Yeah, go for it.
Or I have a band at school where we're kind of easycore pop punk. Yeah. But where we might we're trying to dabble with a little darker things. We have a few songs written out, a few shitty phone recordings, but we're gonna try to get some studio time. But just that's probably my biggest project right now. I was actually playing one of my songs the other day, probably the song I'm proudest of, where it's just shitty pop punk. There was nothing really good about it besides a pretty brutal breakdown, and my mom was listening to it, and she came in, and at first she was just oh yeah, that's kind of there's something a little who is that? And I was just oh, give it a guess. And she was oh, I don't know, there's something off about the guitars. And I'm oh, I wrote that. And she was just oh, sweetie, it's great.
It's amazing.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I've got a few things coming up, and I'll probably plug the shit out of it when it comes out on the podcast. Yeah.
As far as stuff I'm working on, I'm basically just kind of looking up, searching out for local auditions, and still studying acting courses. I'm not really doing anything super interesting at the moment.
I'm trying to start a band with a friend I met actually, where we go to college, and he's a fellow guitarist, and we kind of have similar taste in heavier music. We also dabble a little bit in sometimes lighter stuff. I don't know. For me, I'm usually into punk and metal, but sometimes I do listen to fucking I I love like 60s, 70s, 80s. Like I listen to some fucking folk, like counterculture folk from the 60s, and like psychedelic music is awesome. And like sometimes like lounge music, like some Bobby Darin. And I don't know if you ever listen to any like swing or like lounge music.
Okay, not really swing, but I do have I have a record upstairs for like old school kind of like folk, and so it's really old blues and bluegrass.
That's cool.
On this album, and it's called the Roots album.
The Roots album.
It's called Roots. Yeah, and it's like just like Southern blues and bluegrass. It's really good.
This is out of my element. Go back to pop.
I was just gonna.
I'll play some of it later tonight when we're just like in the background while we're talking. It's really good.
I was just gonna reference something though, because we were talking about how songs mean. People listen to a song and they think it has a meaning, but actually has another. And it's an old song by this. He's like a lounge music artist, Bobby Darin. He was like around the 50s and 60s, and he had a song called "Mac the Knife," which was like one of the biggest.
I know that song.
Yeah.
I just solfege that out for my ear training class.
Like
instead we did the Attack on Titan theme song, but.
But
I forgot.
But I actually like.
Jaeger.
But the song is actually like it sounds like
Aaron's
really.
still alive back there. He's just chilling.
It sounds like
Pokemon has consumed him.
You love Pokemon.
Aaron, what's your favorite Pokemon? Aaron, what's your favorite Pokemon? What's your favorite Pokemon? Flygon? Cool. Aaron's reached his word minimum for the podcast.
I mean, it's because like
we're
going
really
out of my
in.
domain, so I'm like, I'll just fade and play Pokemon.
All right, that's fine. We'll Aaron, I'll prepare some Aaron dominant topics next week. All right. I'll prepare some Aaron dominant topics for next week.
That's fine.
We could do a Star Wars thing. Speaking of which, are we gonna play with those lightsabers we got recently?
He just. Oh
yeah. Are we gonna fuck around with the lightsabers later?
I think. I think.
Should we do a lightsaber video?
Just a jack.
We just do like a shittily directed. Like a shittily done.
I think we're reaching. Yeah, I'm down. Let's film video.
All right, so look. Keep an eye out for our Star Wars video.
Yeah, I think. It's degraded enough to. You think we should call it a podcast?
Yeah, I think we did pretty well.
Look out for some videos on the channel.
Yeah, look out for some videos. We've decided to do a segment after Jake smashing things with the hatchet. We're gonna do a lumberjake.
Oh yeah.
Specialized series where it's not gonna be like weekly, but every now and then Jake's gonna have a guest.
Whenever I wear flannel to the podcast.
Every now and then. All right. Every now and then, we're gonna do a video.
Peter! Around the corner.
Peter, shut the fuck up.
Peter!
God, we're gonna put you back in the closet.
You didn't even listen to my story. So whatever.
We listen to your stories.
No,
we love
not
Peter.
The one about
Peter,
Mac the Knife.
Peter, we love you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
So yeah, we're gonna do a segment sometime soon where every now and then, where Jake's gonna bring a guest over, and guest is gonna bring stuff, and he's gonna smash it with him. Jake, do you want to talk about your segment? What do you want to call your segment?
Fucking smashing things with Lumberjake. I don't know. Something about Lumberjake, because my name's Jake, and it kind of sounds like Jack, and all the Starbucks baristas in the world call me Jack. So, we'll figure it out, but, as of now, I think,
just smashing stuff with Lumberjake.
Yeah. Still playing our lightsabers.
Alright, so we're gonna go.
Talk about our flesh lightsabers.
Oh god. Alright, so, just to close us off, first of all, thanks to you guys for coming back and talking with us again. By us, I mean me, myself, and I. But yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you guys here, eat some pizza, hang out. And, we'll keep doing this for as long as we're enjoying it. Maybe we'll get some new people on next week. We'll see. And as always, for the people listening, if you enjoyed it, don't be afraid to like, comment, and subscribe. Yep, Jake knew where that was going. Yeah, we've officially become the cancer we've fought so hard to prevent.
Yeah, comment the cancer, please.
Yeah, if you have any opinions, any questions you want to ask us, or stuff you want to talk about, let us know. Follow the Twitters you see. The Twitters will be on the screen. Honestly, just the best thing, if people enjoy this, the best thing people can do if they want to see more is to follow the Twitter and follow the channel and just give us feedback. If there's stuff that you guys like or that you don't like, just let us know, show support, and we'll keep doing this. And then, as always, just try to follow our Redbubble. If you want any merchandise, we'll throw some stuff up there. And just follow the Twitter for any new updates on if videos are going to be late or new, what kind of content we're working on, and any updates to the Redbubble page. So anything you need can be found either on the screen or in the description.
To the RedTube page.
And just let us know what you think. All right. Any closing words, guys?